Felt pretty numb while I was watching it. I just didn't know what to think or how to act.
After a devastating fire in Browne's Addition leaves 2 people dead and many displaced, the Spokane community now rallying together. Today, we'll hear from victims and how they're planning to move forward.
The Ford Corkscrew fire in Stevens County now has doubled in size, and it's destroyed nearly 24 structures, including several homes. We've got the latest on the effort to fight the fire, plus how FEMA plans to help.
We're seeing a number of scattered showers and thunderstorms for today, but still tracking wildfire smoke and air quality for the rest of the week.
It is back to school season for area schools, which means it's time for KREM 2's Tools to Schools campaign.
How you can help get students ready to head back to the classroom. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here. I'm Whitney Ward. It was a fast-moving apartment fire that killed 2 people and destroyed an entire building in Browne's Addition. Now, just 1 day later, the Spokane community is giving some much-needed support. According to a spokesperson with GoFundMe, about $23,000 has been raised across 9 campaigns for those families. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley shares how some of those victims are doing now.
The families in this Browne's Addition fire may have lost everything, but they are not going through it alone. There are several fundraising campaigns online and help from the community so they can begin to move forward.
Sometimes words are never enough to describe the pain and loss from a fire. Not just for those who lost everything, but their friends, family, and the community.
We were all kind of in shock.
Very overwhelming.
It's really shocking.
But as the Browne's Addition families process these feelings, the community is right there beside them. The fire early Monday morning took the life of Sherry Vick. She lived on the top floor of Tiffany Manor. The medical examiner confirms she died from smoke inhalation. She leaves behind 2 sons and 2 granddaughters. The fire took everything she owned, leaving her family with only the memories of their time with her.
There might have been some family pictures in there and maybe some stuff from me and my brother's childhood.
Her oldest son, Ryan, says her family was her whole world.
The thing that she really spent the most time doing was hanging out with my daughters, being grandma with them.
He says they are still waiting to learn what happened when Sherry died. Meantime, they are grateful for the donations that will help give her a proper memorial.
I am blessed and I am so grateful.
Joy McClary lived in the historic building next door and moved in only a few weeks ago. This was her first time making it on her own.
Felt pretty numb while I was watching it. I just didn't know what to think or how to act. All I could think of was, this was supposed to be all me, and I did this all on my own.
But the community is not letting her down either. Joy works at Backyard Public House. The staff is like her extended family.
We wanted to make sure that we could help as fast as possible. When you lose everything you have, you don't really know where to turn or what to do.
So General Manager Mike Alverson decided to donate 10% of all sales today to the Backyard family members who were affected by the fire. This afternoon, Spokane firefighters joined in on these efforts and bought lunch there today. Some of them even responded to the Browne's Addition fire.
It has been an amazing feeling knowing that people that I know, people that I don't know are there for me.
Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Also today, we are tracking a number of wildfires burning across Washington and Idaho. On your screen there, a number of different fires, including the Muckamuck fire in Okanogan County, the Character Complex fire in Idaho. We begin with the Muckamuck fire that's burning at least 10,000 acres. Then the Character Complex fire in the Silver Valley. It's also burned over 10,000 acres. Then there is the Ford Corkscrew fire continuing to burn near the town of Ford. So far, crews estimate that fire has burned at least 14,000 acres.
It has destroyed at least 12 homes so far as well. KREM 2's Ian Smay joining us live in Ford tonight. And Ian, you spoke with one woman who lost the house that she's lived in for her entire life.
Good evening, Mark and Whitney. I am here at the Clayton Fairgrounds where many people have brought their livestock as the Ford Corkscrew fire continues to force evacuations. In fact, you can no longer see the fire from here, and those flames spread quickly after starting on Sunday, and many people have lost their homes in the blaze. The fast-moving Ford Corkscrew fire left some people with barely any time to pack their bags and get out before the flames overtook their homes.
Basically just some tools and heavy machinery, and that was it. And our pets, and basically everything else was destroyed.
Melody Hall's family home was one of the 12 confirmed lost so far. But to her and her family, the loss is much more than just a statistic.
So I think that's the hardest part for me, is just having to leave behind our family mementos and photographs. Basically everything like that is gone, and so that is really hard for me to think about, knowing that I don't have those anymore.
Hall had lived in her family's home her whole life. It was one of the many thought to be lost in the Rail Canyon area as the flames of the Ford Corkscrew fire grew rapidly in the past 2 days. So far, it's burned an estimated 14,000 acres, or about 22 square miles. This isn't the first time the Halls witnessed a fire get close to their home, but sadly, this time, the flames just moved too quick.
Luckily, it didn't make it towards structures, but this one just happened so fast, and unfortunately, it looks like we're not the only ones who have lost things.
Hall says at least one neighbor told her they also lost their home in the fire. Her family hasn't been allowed back to see what's left of their property as crews continue to battle the fire. The only photo that made it through the fire was this one of her brother and their dog. Melody is staying with her sister in Loon Lake for now, but she hopes to move back to the place she's always called home.
Well, there are parts of it that have not actually burned. And so just trying to think if we could get some sort of a structure and just go back, even if it's just in a travel trailer for a while, until we can maybe start building something.
The Ford Corkscrew fire is still 0% contained, but fire officials say crews have started building lines around the fire. Fortunately, there have been no reported injuries caused by this fire. And in addition to those 12 homes that have been lost so far, at least 8 other buildings have been destroyed by the flames. And officials say that number could easily rise in the coming days. Reporting in Clayton, Ian Smay, KREM 2 News.
All right, Ian, thank you very much. We also know FEMA has now authorized federal funding for this Ford Corkscrew fire. Washington State's request for funds was approved last night because the fire could cause destruction that would ultimately cause a major disaster. This is now the 6th Fire Management Assistance Grant declared in 2021 to help fight Washington fires. The authorization makes FEMA funding available to pay 75% of the state's eligible firefighting costs. Also tonight, the Walter Creek fire has now grown to more than 22,000 acres. On Saturday, 3 fires, the Walter Creek, Spur, and Chickadee fires, all in Okanogan County, merged. Today, a community open house will happen at 7 o'clock. That's this evening at the History Park Community Pool in Tonasket. Crews are working on fire containment lines at this hour and putting out additional spot fires.
We are also tracking a fire burning 2 miles southwest of 25 Mile Creek State Park. It's being called the 25 Mile Fire. It's burning now more than 4,200 acres. Grass, brush, and timber are burning in this wildfire. Its cause remains under investigation.
And in Idaho, the Deceitful and Pritchard fires have now combined, merging into the Character Complex fire. It's grown to more than 10,000 acres as well and is just 10% contained. As of today, so far, we're told there were no injuries and no homes lost. Communities in Eagle, Murray, and Beaver Creek, though, are under a level 3 evacuation order, which means get out right now. Power is also out in those communities, and a number of roads are closed. Those include Kings Pass, Pritchard Creek Road, and Thompson Pass.
We know this is a lot of information, and there is a lot more information that we didn't get a chance to broadcast in this show.
So to make it easy for you, all you have to do is text the word FIRE to 509-448-2000. We'll send you the links with all of the latest information right to your phone. But on that note, we want to turn our attention outside. A lot of these fires started just within the last maybe 24, 48 hours ago, which is why it seems the air quality that we were enjoying that had moderated and was much better is now kind of quickly deteriorating. Thomas?
Yeah, we have to keep track of this from a very hyper-local scale as well, because the rain and storms that we are seeing in the area right now are helping to clean out the air quality, but the fires and the wind that caused them to be so aggressive the last 24, 48 hours are still pouring out smoke into the atmosphere. So it's a balancing act, and we're getting different reports depending on what parts of the inland northwest that we are looking at. So here are just a few of some of the larger fires with the radar overlaid on, and I can tell you from our outdoor weather center, it smells incredibly smoky as of right now. And yes, we can notice a pretty serious haze, especially along the horizon as well. So the air quality, at least in Spokane, has deteriorated. Almost looks very gray, especially kind of in the back of the Grand Hotel right there. In fact, we're getting reports of cloudy conditions at the airport, which is most likely just smoke or haze. But remember, it is raining in other parts of the region. Let's just go to radar here and notice that most of northeastern Washington, almost Ferry County and Stevens County specifically, are getting the heaviest rains right here. A little bit of some lightning strikes here or there. Not worried about the lightning starting new fires because there is quite a bit of rain underneath these thunderstorms. So we're going to be tracking this through the rest of the evening tonight, but we are again balancing the rain and storms versus the wildfire and the wind. So we'll be covering all of that in just a few minutes.
Sounds good, Thomas. We'll talk to you later in the broadcast. Thank you very much. Well, the Creme Care's Tools to Schools campaign is going on right now, and there are a lot of ways to help. So first, you can go to any area Office Depot and make a donation. Each dollar will help to buy backpacks and supplies for kids that really need some help. And remember, many kids just don't have backpacks or many supplies last year, so this year the need is even greater.
And we've got another way that you can help out also. All you can do is stop by an area Starbucks. You can take a look. You'll notice these QR codes all this week. You can make a donation just by scanning that code. You basically take your cell phone, open up the camera app and scan it. It'll open up a link and it'll take you right to the page that will show you exactly how you can make a donation. And with more on the Creme Cares campaign now at Starbucks is our very own Laura Papetti.
Well, hi guys. All week long we're here at Starbucks and you'll see those QR codes from the minute that you walk in. We came up here to the one on 37th and Grand on Spokane South Hill and walked right up, and this is right outside and you can put your phone right up. Look, I don't even have to hold it down there, and there is the page to make the donation right there on my phone. So even as you're walking in, you can just hold your phone for a second and it pops right up, your phone camera. But of course, you may want to get out of this smoke and haze that's going on right now, and it's pretty thick up here on Spokane South Hill, and go inside and actually get a cup of coffee or your favorite drink. And you'll notice on those drinks, you'll see these scan codes right here. We have one just sitting out, happens to be a scan code right there. And you can see on my drink here, it's on the back. And then we have the one right here where it's nice and flat. And those work even better. If you take your sleeve off and just hold your phone in front of it with your camera, it's so easy because that little page pops right up and you can make a donation. And as you were talking about, Whitney and Mark, you can pick whatever donation you want to make. It's so easy. I love it because I'm not very techy, but you just come right over here. And again, see my camera, and it pops it right up. So Tools to Schools is going on throughout the month of August, but this campaign here at Starbucks is just going on this week, and we hope that you can stop by and make a donation. I'm just getting reports this afternoon. They've been rolling in, we're told, all day long. So I do want to say a big thank you to everyone who has given, either through Starbucks, creme.com, or at Office Depot. We appreciate it so much. We appreciate all our corporate partners that are giving as well. We hope to have 2,000 backpacks stuffed full of all the supplies. It's not just about having the tools to succeed, though. That's our mission number one. It's about instilling that confidence that those kids feel when they put that backpack on. As we know, many of them didn't have a first day last year, so our motto this year is let's give those kids the best first day ever. We have the opportunity to do it at area Starbucks. I'll send it back to you.
As we've been saying, it's a win-win for everyone. Laura, thank you so much. And remember, you can always make a donation just by texting us the word tools to 509-448-2000. We put a link right there on there, and we'll send it right to your phone.
Hard to think of a better cause right there, right?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you very much. Well, thousands of U.S. troops are assisting with getting American citizens out of Afghanistan as chaos continues there. Coming up after the break, we'll break down what is being done to make sure people can get out safely.